Two veteran quarterbacks looking for a return to the playoffs. It's The Coach. This is Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, two teams who stayed home for the playoffs last year start 2019 with high hopes. We'll see Matt Ryan of the Atlanta Falcons taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll be back at halftime with a look at games in progress. But first, we get up to Minneapolis. Standing by our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. So happy to be with you, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big...
So here's the punter, Matt Bosher, to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings with Kirk Cousins leading the way. Cousins surprisingly efficient in his first season as a member of the Vikings. He hit on better than 70% of his passes, second only to Drew Brees, and was actually just the 6th ever NFL quarterback to finish a season above that 70% mark. Off the play fake, Cousins. And his first look is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's second down. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Many people thought Keanu Neal was overdrafted by Atlanta, but they saw his talents and knew that he would fit their scheme perfectly. A hybrid player, can play deep in the secondary as a safety, can drop down into the box and also make a lot of tackles, and at times can stay on the field and serve a linebacker role as well.
On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Jordan Taylor, incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So now here are the Falcons under fifth-year head coach Dan Quinn. They'll be led out by the man taking number 3 overall back in 2008. It's their now veteran quarterback, Matt Ryan.
And at times it's hard for me to believe I'm saying veteran Matt Ryan. Still remember him coming out of Boston College, full of enthusiasm, mastered their 2-minute drill in his first OTA. What a player.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The tackle there by Stephen Weatherly. Here now the offensive starters for Atlanta.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
When the Vikings defense takes the field, my eyes automatically go to number 22, Harrison Smith, because he's going to show up wherever the football is. And the Vikings use him all over the place. Close to the line of scrimmage, back deep in coverage, you name it. He does it. But I think what gives him the most joy, putting a big shot on a running back. They don't call him the hitman for nothing.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They go play action now. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Nothing to passer defense.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first. Oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. On third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, it's Cook. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 12 yards there and a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot.
Offense.
So they may back up further. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. And the Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play fake. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Cousins. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Check, 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They go play action. Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around. Not having that success, might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get it back in form.
How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yeah, so make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Atlanta.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
We got 4.
A gain of a yard.
On 2nd down now. It's Smith. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Ryan. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Vikings 3.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Cook following the penalty. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Holding offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Abdullah. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 14.
3rd and long for Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, the Falcons fly in and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
The lefty to Vecchio now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the very rare blocked punt scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. From the 25 on 2nd down, Cousins open here, Adam Thielen, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the delay, this is Abdullah. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brady Jarrett on the stop. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
23 yards, the final tally. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Cousins on 3rd and 2, and he finds Cook. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
Our ball, baby. Our ball.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly, and the Eagles out in front early. So we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And finding the tight end Hooper.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Ryan to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. 2nd quarter in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the 1 weekend. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Ryan leaves with Freeman on the draw. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Cousins to throw it. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
There was the pressure you were talking about, forcing incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
A gain of 15.
Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a 1st down. On 1st down, Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Makes the score, Falcons.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that. Super toe.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They'll run with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. To throw is Ryan. He's got Hooper on the short connection. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Ryan on first down. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins now. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 65 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point try by Bailey. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Adam Thielen and the rest of the Vikings offense, they get set for their next possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 18.
On 2nd down, Cook. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is up to 15 now. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Ryan. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line. Pick it up.
They go jet sweep. This is Taylor. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, it's Cook. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Cousins.
Here I come again.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Cousins pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It's fourth down.
Here's Matt Weil now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, Falcons.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. He's back to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Open man, it's Stacker. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.